Check mic. Alright, good evening everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Technical Analysis Tuesdays, where we are going to be focusing more on in technical analysis and marami pa eh, di ba? But charting and technical analysis. But man, we've been following M-Wide the past few days, di ba? And then I told you we're going to be monitoring it because I'm calling it a buy for M-Wide. And look at that. Right, let's go to close up. And M-Wide kanina is beautiful. Ang ganda ng akyat ng M-Wide kanina. Umabot ng 5%, but it was already a gap up. But we already talked about M-Wide. About this one right here. And we already have this bounce right here. Actually, no, nag-bounce pa lang dito eh, diba? Pinag-usapan na natin si M-Wide, diba? Let me just load our chart layout. Balikan natin si M-Wide. Yung technical analysis natin sa kanya. Alright, M-Wide. Here we go. Okay. So may magandang volume spike kay M-Wide kanina. It's still okay kay M-Wide. It just broke its downtrend. But basically, we talked about M-Wide here and here. Diba? May nagtanong sa akin about M-Wide dati. I told you it's a good company. We saw this divergence right here. And for how many days, inabangan natin si M-Wide and gumalaw na nga si M-Wide. And nag-breakout na siya sa downtrend line niya. Which is good. I always like these kinds of situation, diba? Let me just chill music lang muna tayo sa background. But yeah, M-Wide, congratulations. We'll share more about the technical analysis na ito later today. But I'm gonna go to the comments really quick. Punta muna tayo sa comments, right? Is my live more moving? Yun, I think gumagalaw naman. Alright, Ishi, Marimat, good evening, Sir Lloyd. Urong lang ako ng konti dito kasi andito yung microphone eh. Lipat ko nga to yung chat natin. Sige, dito lang. Okay lang. Naririnig nyo naman siguro ako. Ishi Marimat, let me just lower my headphones volume para hindi ganun disturbing at hindi ko lakasan ng boses ko. Good evening, Sir Lloyd. Good evening, Ishi Marimat. Jape Malindo, good evening. May gabiin, Sir Idol. Thanks, man. From Benedict. Let's go from Jape. Albert, good evening. Watching from Taiwan. Good evening po sa inyo dyan. Benedict. Emily Gultiano, good evening, sir. Good evening din. Gandang gabi po, Sir Lord. Laura, good evening. Good evening, Sir Lord. Nga pala, while I'm reading the greetings, I really want to read everyone's greetings. And if you have any requests for charting, daanan po natin yan ngayon. Let me just move my camera for a little bit. Wee bit right here. Aray ko. Tuloy. But yeah, good evening everyone. Ayan. Gandang gabi from Laura Napa. Good evening Adriano Mendoza. May gabi Sir Lloyd Og sa tanan. Christian Buen Consejo. Alright, Rowena Villa. May gabi. Ayan Umbay. Good evening Sir Lloyd. APL and ASEAN, sorry. Right, I'm gonna write these down, right? Dadaanan natin ito and a few of our news na i-share sa inyo ngayon. Let me just get the news really quick. Pinaghandaan ko na yun eh. So nga lang, nasa chat room. Pero natabunan na yung chat room ko. Sobrang daming nagme-message kasi. Very busy. Yung chat room ko. Grabe. Anyways, good evening. Good evening, Ian. Eggsy, good evening. Mag-big reveal na ata sa copy trading si Sir Lloyd. Actually, yeah, let me share to you guys. Close up. Alright, so now on my portfolio, wala na po si tawag nito, si J Nemesis. Okay, wala na si J Nemesis. So, already took profits. Nawala na ako ng mga $500 pero na-take profits na. Andiyan na sa available balance ko. Tingnan niyo yung available balance ko. It's already up at 2,000. Sorry. Screen. It's already up at 2,800. So, may available balance ulit ako na pang trade. And yes, magpapakopy trade na ako. It's just that, can you test out if ever pwede nyo na akong kopyahin? Right? I already applied for copy trading. Pero I believe mag-inform pa sila sa akin kung pwede na kopyahin. But I think can you try copy trading? Kahit sa virtual portfolio lang. I'll try on my own then. Sige. El Bazaar. Alright. Hindi pwede, sa sarili ko to eh. Hindi ko pwede copyan sarili ko. But yeah, you can copy me if you want to. You try daw. Right? Kasi may lumalabas ng copier sa akin. Pero, yeah, wala pa akong stats for copy trading. So, but you can try, right? But I'll let you know once I get a response from them. Today lang kasi na-close yung J-Nemesis na copy trading ko. Hindi ako pwedeng kopyahin if I'm copy trading, di ba? But yes, na-close na si J-Nemesis. Technically, pwede na ako, but I'm just waiting a confirmation from them. So, hindi pa ako magre-reveal, but I will let you guys know, definitely. Abangan nyo dito sa StockSed, abangan nyo dito sa, sa Financial Freedom 101. Okay? But yeah, that's the plan. Magpapakopy na ako as soon as pwede na. Annie in Green from Rowena, Villa. Excuse me. Tingnan natin ang technical analysis nila Annie and Green. BSEN PHA from Ishi Marimat. Sobrang sikat pa rin doon sa PHA hanggang ngayon. Good evening, Coach, and AAPL po. Alright, si Apple. Alright, tingnan natin si Apple. I'm still an investor of Apple. Right? Good evening po. Pa-review si ENPH. Ato, International Market Stocks, RJ Valeros, NVIDIA, and ENPH. Right? Guitar God, good evening, Sir Lloyd, and everyone. Good evening po. Aisen Ochanko. Magandang gabi, Sir Lloyd. Good evening din po. Alright, let's go to the close-up muna. Okay, pasilip naman po si Aba at paano po if suspended yung stock na BHI. If ever suspended siya, hindi mo muna matitrade. Antayin mo natin bumalik sila. Depende rin ang reason bakit nasuspend sila. Marami kasing rason eh. Major changes, etc. Sinao Corporation, di ba? Bumagsak kanina si Now dahil sa news, right? Their company is gonna be reprimanded by SEC. Right, let me just open Investograms. Tignan natin yung magkano na si Now. Sorry. Now. Okay, si Now. Yan, bumagsak kanina pero nag-bounce na naman kaagad. Nag-gap down because of the news. Bad news kay Now. But there's a strong support right there. At least sinasabi natin support kay Now. So hopefully, yung mga gustong pumasok kay Now, nakapasok kayo dito. But man, Now dropped earlier. Buti na lang nag-recover kaagad because it was fortunately at the support. Right? So, swerte na lang kasi nasa support. But man, that was scary. Right? May news kay Now kasi nire-reprimand sila kay SEC because nagpapalabas ng false news, si Mr. Melville Velarde, the CEO of Now Corporation. So, there were questions about Now noon, if I recommend Now. If you're looking for telco, I will recommend Converge instead. And if nakinig kayo noon at kay Converge kayo pumasok, tas na ni Converge, di ba? Because of the hype of the grabe ang akyat ni Converge dahil doon of Mr. Elon Musk. Nag-pull back rin kaagad and nag-bounce kanina si Converge. Pero grabe yung akyat niya because of that hype pa. So hopefully kay Converge kayo pumasok instead. Right? So, I like Converge more. Right? Ang ganda ng breakout ni Converge dito. I like Converge more because mas malawak na yung nararating nila. Kasi si Now, nasa Manila pa lang. Everything is all talks, etc. But I haven't seen any improvement yet. So, kaya ayoko kay Now. Right? I will recommend Converge more than Now if you're looking for a telco play. Okay? Pasensya na, natakpan yung ibang mga comments, hindi ko na nabasa. Right, Angelo. Right, good evening, Sir L. Haji, from Haji. Dito, sir, from Emily Golciano. Si Dito naman, green si Dito kanina, pero kakaakit lang kasi nito eh. I'm hoping dito pulls back so that the movement will be healthy. If ever it pulls back, mas marami pa kasi nag-aabang dyan sa baba. So, I want dito to pull back, right? Medyo wala na naman yung momentum niya. It's now closing inside the Bollinger Bands. So, that's a sign na etong bounce na ito is mas less na, right? Hindi na ganong kalakasan. So, yeah. We'll wait. But then again, the 17 support is holding at the very least. So that's still okay kay Dito. I do not recommend Dito right now. I want Dito to go down first. At least create another pullback and then for it to start another trend. So ngayon, ayoko mo ni-recommend si Dito. Masyado mataas pa. Pasensya na ang daming comments kasi natatabunan na karamihan. Sir Pasilip CM, this is from Phil. Right. medyo nahuli na ako sa pagbabasa ng mga request. So, if ever hindi natin daanan na lang, i-comment nyo na lang ulit po. Alright, good evening, Queenie Peligro Tan. Alright, good evening. MRC po. Alright, Queenie, yung yung issue mo with with 𝑒𝑇𝑜RRO, hopefully maayos. Alright, Noel Kendoza, pa-check ng plug. Alright, we'll check that. Good evening, Noel Kendoza. Alright, APL and MM po. This is from Blessing Hapson. Okay, Blessing Hapson. Sulat natin to Blessing, ha. Sa mga nagtatanong about my copy trading, hopefully this week you can copy me again already. Abangan niyo po sa page namin dito sa Stocks Ed, sa Facebook page ko. I will announce it if ever pwede nang kopyahin. So, mag-fund na po kayo. MRC from Ma'am Amy. Alright, Ma'am Amy, MRC ang gusto niya. Tingnan natin si MRC. Mamaya, sulat ko lang ito. Guitar God, sir, when trading, nagfo-focus po ba dapat sa closing than opening? I heard something about amateur hours. Oh, it's natabunan. It depends, right? I don't really care, especially in the international market. The movement is healthy. Dito sa atin sa Pilipinas, there's amateur hour where nag-uunahan sa simula, right? At the start of the market, right? There are instances na okay lang. There are also situation na hindi. But usually kasi ako I'm a position trader, so it doesn't really matter. Gusto ko sa Pilipinas talaga is position trading. So if ever nasa support na siya, kahit na nag-bounce na yan, I will still get in. Okay? So walang problema sa akin yung amateur hour. Pero so mga nagpipilahan, right? Again, it's amateur hour sa mga nagpipilahan. It is gonna be very volatile at the start and it's gonna be very hard to get in. So ingat sa amateur hour, right? Good evening po, Sir Lloyd, Dito and TBGI and Vulcan, pa-charting po. Alright, si Dito, nasulat na natin. Medyo mataas pa si Dito, so I don't wanna recommend Vulcan, Dito. As of the moment, alright, please na. Medyo marami-rami ito, ha. Hi, Sir Lloyd, watching every night si ATN po. Si ATN, gumalaw na, diba? Gumalaw si ATN kanina, right? We've been talking about ATN dito. Itong support na ito, that's a good entry for ATN. Medyo maganda ang galaw ni ATN kanina, but we are playing at resistances for ATN. Sige, chart na natin to. Right, right, si ATN, there is this downward resistance of ATN. Okay? So hopefully it does a breakout right there. If mag-breakout yan, that's another sign. This support is another entry. So it's either this one or kung bumalik yan sa support, sa kanyang pasukin. Medyo nakalipad na si ATN right? So, ingat lang. Konting ingat lang. Okay? So, medyo pag-iwanan na tayo kay ATN. Dati, right? We talked about ATN at around this support. We created a support for ATN at around this area. This was a good entry right here. Medyo nakalipad na si ATN after a week from that. Anyways, ang dami kong chat na hindi nabasa, natatabunan na. I don't really know how I am gonna read them back. Sir Lloyd, do you think dito will reach 20 before launching, sir? I cannot predict the market. Rule number 1, never try to predict the market. It's just that we assume, right? We assume that it will, and we are hoping that it will. That is why we buy in it, diba? But when you assume, right, always play with the risk, right? Try to enter at a low risk as much as possible. And then cut loss if ever hindi niya magawa yung expectation natin. So it really depends. You cannot predict the market. Huwag kayo mag-trade ng ganon, right? It can. There's a possibility that it will. There's also a very big possibility that it's gonna go down. Okay? So yeah, konting ingat lang po. Alright, so sige, punta muna tayo sa news, ha. Coach, wala na bang leverage sa 𝑒𝑇ORRO? May leverage naman sa 𝑒𝑇ORRO, but depende lang sa asset, right? Let's say for example, let's go to the virtual USD CAD, right? USD CAD, trade. Yeah, there it is. There's still leverage in 𝑒𝑇ORRO. But depende sa assets. Si Bitcoin hindi lang pinapa-leverage ngayon is because crypto is very volatile, so wala po makikita dito na leverage. There's no point in leveraging crypto ngayon, right? If you're leveraging crypto right now, you're trading it wrongly. Okay? Leverage, you use leverage if ever sobrang bagal ng gulaw ng isang asset, right? You leverage. Para kahit konting galawan lang, malaki ang kita mo. But if ever very volatile and you're leveraging, man, remember, leverage is a double-edged sword. If ever maglakas ang galaw niyan, mabilis kayong ma-stop loss because of it. for the stock to just go back, it's bad trading if you leverage high volatility stocks. So you're using leverage wrongly. So a little note about leveraging. Okay, sir, ano gamit mong charting for international stocks gaya ng all stocks sa Investa for scanning po? Hindi ako nag-scan, right? Yung scanning ko, how I look for stocks, I already discussed that in our previous episode. Was that last week, Friday? No, not Friday. Was that Thursday? I think Thursday. No, copy trading Thursday. Nakalimutan ka. Please search for an episode sa daily grind natin about how I scan my stocks, how I look for stocks, right? Mas mabilis po yun para sa inyo. Okay, good evening. Alright, tingnan ko. Sir Lloyd, pag nag-copy trade ako sa, this is from Adrian Duque. Sir Lloyd, pag nag-copy trade ako sa inyo, tapos 1K USD nalagay ko, paano niya na-distribute yung port niya? Di po ba nakabay na kayo? Kunwari, Microsoft, nabili nyo ng 1 USD. Saan nakapasok ng price yung Microsoft ko po? What is the current market price yung mapapasok nyo? Let's say, for example, I entered Microsoft at $100. Okay? Then, the current price of Microsoft today, let's say, for example, is $120. And you copy traded me today. Kokopyahin nyo yung Microsoft na position ko. And then, at the current price, so 120. So, if ever bumaba yan, I can still be earning, right, at around 1. Let's say, for example, napasok mo 120, mapasok ko 100, and bumaba siya to 110. I am earning 10%, right? And then you're losing 10%, right? So, whatever the current price is, yun yung papasukin nyo. Hindi pwede yung, kung 100 ko napasok, tapos 120 ngayon, 100 yung pa rin makukuha. That doesn't, what do you call this? Make sense, di ba? Good evening. Alright, maraming request ngayon. Kaso nga lang, I don't, sa YouTube, ang title nito, DDREIT. Yes, I talked about DDREIT yesterday, right? Our episode yesterday was about DDREIT. So, sa mga may tanong about DDREIT, check it out. IDC Fruit, sir, question ko kanina, yung Golden Cross po ba effective gamitin po as one of indicators sa day trading? No, I don't recommend Golden Cross sa day trading. Okay? Sa mabilisan na trading, it's too late. Mas gusto ko pa sabihin sa inyo, if you're day trading an asset that is going up, use Darvas Box. Mas maganda si Darvas Box. Very effective when it comes to bullish stocks. So, bullish assets. Darvas Box, support resistance, trend trading, Bollinger Bands, very useful in day trading. Okay, Sir Lloyd from Kathleen Magdugo. Sir Lloyd, do you think dito will, nabasa na natin to. Anyways, sige. Balik normal sched na ba tayo from Raymond Villanueva? Yes, balik normal sched tayo at 8 p.m. Don't worry if ever if we move the schedule to 7 p.m., we'll let you know in StockSet. So make sure you follow StockSet, okay? So let's go muna sa news, right? Before tayo mag-charting, ito, kasi maraming ipit sa stock na ito. I really wanna talk about this also. Okay, let me share the screen. I'll share to you the link in the comments. And so, Cemex profit drops. Am I sharing my screen? Ayan. Cemex profit drops 985 million in 2020. This is a very big dip for Cemex. So, CHP, although maganda yung maganda yung technical analysis niya, but man, CHP has had a huge drop for 2020. That might deter buyers. Nakita nyo po, ang laki medyo net foreign selling siya kahit na green siya. But anyways, Cemex is in a support, but this is a bearish pattern right here, and with that bad news, I think Cemex is still gonna drop further. I could be wrong, but this is something that you wanna look at itong news na ito. That's about Cemex. The next news na i-share ko po sa inyo, right? Century Pacific. Alright, here we go. Si Century Pacific naman, alright, posts remarkable growth in 2020. Alright, this is good. So, dapat tinitingnan natin si Century Pacific. Alright, Manila Philippines Century Pacific Foods Incorporated, the country's largest canned manufacturer, is looking at a growth of 10% this year, lower than 20% growth posted in 2020, as it foresees some headwinds due to the challenges of COVID-19 that continue to haunt businesses. Pero ang laki ng growth nila ng 2020. Siguro kasi naghihirap ang mga tao, tapos canned goods lagi ang mga kinakain. Kaya ang ganda ng But Century Foods, CNPF ba yun? CNPF. Right. Century Pacific Food, very good growth, and that's why you are seeing this si CNPF kahit na nasa mga resistances naglalaro sa CNPF. But there's a strong support right here. So with this news, I will say, yan, abangan nyo sa support CNPF with this news, right? So that should be something for CNPF. ASEN, ito may magandang news kay ASEN, may mga nagtatanong about ASEN kanina. Alright, let me share the link and share to you the news. Okay, AC Energy partner secure financing for Australia solar farm. So this is good news for ASEN. So mga investors kay ASEN, you need these kinds of news to really create a win for the stock, right? But right now, si ASEN gumagawa po ng pattern dito. So watchlist nyo si ASEN. With this news, I think ASEN is gonna start another rally. It might, right? So tignan lang natin. So if ever it breaks out from this pattern right here, tingnan ko, delete ko lang to. So this is the pattern of ASEN right now, and it's a bullish pattern. So I will want ASEN to break out from this pattern before you want to enter ASEN. So this is a good find. With the news of ASEN, I would say that is gonna be very, very good news sa mga gusto pumasok kay ASEN. So abangan nyo po mag-breakout sa ASEN. Lagyan nyo na sa watchlist nyo. Okay? Okay, MB.com, and another news gusto namin share sa Emil Angelo, ASEN, my boy. SM Prime, right? SM Prime earns 18 billion in 2020 despite the pandemic. So this is good, right? SMPH, one of my favorite stocks, one of the leading integrated property, Southeast Asia, reported an 18 billion consolidated net income for 2020 versus 38.1 B. Mas negative siya, but still, it is able to create that much amount in income. So that's good for SMPH. And right now, with the recovery of the country, with the recovery from the pandemic, we are expecting SMPH to do better, di ba? So, yeah, SMPH, I would say, mukhang magbo-bullish na sa SMPH. It's already creating higher lows if you noticed, and kakabounce lang ni SMPH kanina. If you are gonna bank on this news, I would say that's a buy already. SMPH, sobrang galing. Na-reach niya na yung before pandemic na presyo niya nga di ba? So, lagay niyo lang sa nyo. I really love SMPH before kasi isa sa pinakamagandang galaw. Medyo grabe yung consolidation ni SMPH, but bright future ahead for SMPH. So yeah, that's why I'm looking at SMPH also, okay? Ito, si M-Wide, may magandang news kanina. I lost the link of M-Wide news. But man, M-Wide has a very good news. Plus the technical analysis of M-Wide. I would say M-Wide is one of the best stock right now. If you're to be trying to look for an entry in, kaka-breakout niya lang, so that's already a buy for me. I would recommend, okay si M-Wide, right? Buy some now. Right, if it really starts the trend, then go aggressive. Buy some lang ngayon, konti pa lang bilhin nyo, just in case it drops. Napaka super support ni M-Wide dito. That is where you buy more. Okay? Start nyo na. I would say yes, M-Wide is a go for me. Sa mga nag-aabang kay M-Wide noon, we talked about M-Wide around this bounce already before, and ang tagal pumasok ng iba right? I already told you about M-Wide before. Isa sa mga magandang nasa baba ngayon, si Mac. Right, so si Mac, right, already broke its uptrend. Right, ito rin, isa si M-Wide tsaka si Mac yung pina-follow natin ngayon. So si Mac naman, the next bounce kay Mac, hopefully nasa watchlist niyo na si Mac. So the next bounce of Mac will be a confirmation of this downtrend finishing, right? Andiyan na yung breakout di ba? Nag-breakout, nag-pullback ngayon. If it bounces above that, then that's confirmation na tapos na itong downtrend ito. You just entered at the perfect spot right there for Mac. So lagyan nyo rin po sa Mac sa technical analysis ninyo. Giselle Aliganga, Good evening po. May I know your thoughts on AEV? Thank you po. Unahin muna natin yung mga good news, sir. Good evening, sir. How about MY, sir? Yes, we talked about MY just now. Okay. Sige. Let's continue. Right, let's go to the request kanina. Medyo marami-rami to. So, we'll do our best. It's still 8:27. Anyway, so, may oras pa tayo. Let me just hide this one out para mas malaki yung chart natin. APL, may nagtatanong kay APL kanina. Sorry if ever hindi ko sagot yung questions niyo, right? So, APL has a resistance right here. Next entry for APL will be a breakout from that resistance. Initial entry niya dito was this breakout right here for APL. Pero sobrang lakas kaagad eh. So hopefully napasok niya on the breakout. Next breakout niya is your next entry should you want to enter APL. Okay? So APL, then ASEN. We covered ASEN already. Wait for the breakout for ASEN. Then ANI. Ayan si ANI. Still on a downtrend pero mukhang gumaganda ni si ANI. We are already seeing stabilization of we're still already starting to see stabilization of the RSI. And then massive support. ANI is sitting on a massive support right now. Now on this price. So I would say ANI is a good buy. Okay? Sa mga aggressive dyan, you can go aggressive entry tomorrow. Buy some. And secondary entry niya, if gusto niyo yung confirmation, is if it ever actually nag-break na siya initially dito eh. But yung overall trend, niya talaga is downtrend is right there. So if ever it breaks that downtrend right there, then ANI, that's your secondary entry, confirmation entry. So pwede pong antayin nyo mag-breakout from MA20 niya before kayo pumasok. Because that's gonna be the reversal for ANI. Okay? So abangan na to. Dapat nasa watchlist niyo na yan ha. And then, si green. Sobrang taas na yan. Right. Breakout right now is the best for green. Hopefully, nakita nyo to ha. If ever nag-charting tayo kahapon and you asked about green, I would have said breakout. Pag nag-breakout sa green, that is gonna be your entry. This is a very good breakout for green. It's just that masyado mataas na siya ngayon. Wait for the pullback and bounce lang before you want to enter green. Next kay green naman, BSC. Alright, si BSC, still shaky for me, right? There's a resistance right here for BSC. If ever gusto nyo pasukin, antayin nyo muna mag-breakout na lang for BSC, right? Medyo hindi yung trend niya. There's a short-term resistance right here. So, medyo hindi mo pa makita talaga yung trend niya. So, it's going sideways at the very least. Alright? So, just wait for a breakout or a bounce at the support. If ever, bigyan kayo ng support bounce for BSC. Next kay BSC naman is PHA. Alright. So, tingnan nga natin ang mga comments. Alright, so far so good. Bakit yung chat natin hindi na naglo-load? Master pa-view naman si 𝑒𝑇ORRO, si 𝐿𝑡𝑑. Daanan natin yan mamaya. Okay. Sige, dadaanan natin yan mamaya. Anyways, let's go. Unahin muna natin yung mga nauna nag-request kanina. We are with PHA. There's a strong resistance kay PHA dito. Okay? So hopefully, abangan nyo muna mag-breakout si PHA. If it breaks out, then that's good. Okay? That is gonna be your entry point for PHA. Okay? So abangan nyo lang muna. Medyo mahina na si PHA on the second top. Makita nyo po, wala nang gaanong momentum on this second top right here. So that is PHA losing its momentum, but this is only an indicator of the past. Okay? Hindi natin alam talaga ano mangyayari bukas. So if it breaks out, then that is your entry point kay PHA. Okay? Chart could be wrong, right? Let the price action do the talking. So if ever ang price action niya mag-break out, then that should be your entry point. So Apple Incorporated, medyo bearish siyang pinapakita ni Apple, but there's a mix of both signals kasi. But at the very least, ang pinaka short term niya na trend is this one right here. So far so good for Apple. I'm still holding my Apple in my international market trading portfolio ko. My Apple pa rin ako. I'm still holding on to my Apple. Maliit pa lang ang gains ko since Apple is kind of topish, but still very bullish for Apple. I'm still bullish sentiment kay Apple. Bakit? Kaka-release lang ng earnings nila. Sobrang laki pa rin ng earnings kahit pandemic. So, that's something for you, man. That should tell you the strength of Apple. ENPH, right? So ENPH, this is the international market. So end phase, Nasdaq. For Nasdaq. May malakas na resistance si end phase dito. Nag-attempt siya mag-breakout. Kaso nga lang, nagka-bearish siya agad. But there's a short trend right here. So, antayin nyo lang mag-breakout talaga at mag-sustain with good, most probably, pag nag-breakout ito, it's gonna have a very strong volume once it does a breakout. Antayin nyo lang muna yung breakout, right? For ENPH. Right. Good find, man. Good find. NVIDIA. Right. NVIDIA, love this company, man. Pero hindi ako pumasok because NVIDIA has a very strong resistance. Nag-breakout si NVIDIA, right? Pag nag-bounce to, man, breakout trading for NVIDIA, right? Good find, right? Kaka-breakout lang ni NVIDIA, nag-red siya yesterday, but it's still sustaining the breakout. Let it bounce, and then that's your confirmation of na nag-hold yung breakout. That should be your entry point for NVIDIA. Good find. Love this company. Hindi lang ako nakapwesto talaga. Nakapwesto na ako ng iba kasi doon ako kay AMD pumasok. So far, so good. Isa lang yung red natin, support natin. Even our copy trading is green. So that's something. Grabe si Bitcoin, no? 48,000. Right, 48,000. Sana kinlose ko si Bitcoin. Kinlose ko si J-Nemesis nung mataas ang Bitcoin. Pero na-excited ako para sa inyo, para copy trading Thursday. So, kinlose ko na nasa mababa si Bitcoin. But still, it's a gain. Okay lang yan. No regrets. Kailangan, asan yung mga request? There it is. So, after NVIDIA, we have ABA request. Still have so much time. So, don't worry. Charting tayo ngayon. Sabi ko sa app, nag-promise ako sa inyo ngayon, kahapon. ABA. Check out ABA. Dami natin viewers, ha? Good evening sa inyo lahat. ABA. Massive triangle right here. It's very indefinite for ABA. Right? If, at the very least, if nag-bounce na siya ngayon, so it confirms this pattern. At the very least, let ABA break out kung gusto yung pumasok kay ABA. That will mean na si ABA magtutuloy ng trend niya if ever pasukin nyo si ABA. I don't like ABA. It's very high up there already. It's already overpriced. So I don't like that kind of trading, momentum trading. Very stressful, pero if you know what you're doing, it's very profitable. Okay? It's just not my kind of trading. But if ever you want to get into this, man, let it break out. If ever gusto nyo pumasok kay ABA. Next kay ABA is BHI. Sensya na, inuna ko muna yung mga nag-request kanina simula pa lang ng episode, ha. Alright, BHI. Mukhang downturn pa si BHI. Iwas lang muna kayo, right? It even closed at the lower Bollinger Band, so that's momentum on the downside. Stay away from it. Abangan nyo po dito sa support. Baka abutin nyo pa yung support. But for now, don't really know where it is going, but there's a very high chance that it's gonna go down. BHI. Tapos ng BHI is ABA. We covered ABA already. We covered APL already. Si MM naman. Si Merrimart. Merrimart, strong resistance right here. Abangan nyo na lang po mag-breakout si Merrimart, or if it goes back down to support, those are your entries. Support bounces or breakout kung gusto nyo pumasok kay Merrimart. Okay. Next kay MM is MRC. Alright. MRC Allied. There's a strong, we talked about the MRC before. There's a strong support for MRC right here. So, if ever balikan kayo sa support, that would be a buy. That support right there. Nakakatakot right? But at the very least, try, kung gusto nyo pumasok sa MRC, try it at the support. Hindi pa naman siya nag-uptrend, pero though, it has a higher high, possible higher low ito, pag nag-green ito, that's another entry point, and there's a secondary support right here for those trying to trade MRC. Okay? So, gusto nyo to, trade the supports. Supports lang po, para in case na bumaba. Na-miss ko manood sa'yo, sir, from Amil Angelo. Alright, Amil Angelo. Good evening sa'yo, bye. Right, Mark, John, Anday. Kamusta yung pagpapaka-copy trade mo, Amil? Alright, Let's go to TBGI and Vulcan. Right, may request about TBGI. Right, TBGI, after the franchise, nag-rally siya na napakalakas. It's now pulling back, so that's good. This is where you want to enter TBGI on the uptrend line. It's gonna be very challenging for you to enter TBGI right now because of the momentum it has, right? Pwede itong bumaba at mag-bounce ka agad at the same day, or pwede nga na nga ito mag-bounce nga bukas eh. So it's your choice. If you want to go for momentum trading, again, this is gonna be very stressful kind of trading. So the best entry is this uptrend line right here, but it's not an assurance na bibigyan kayo niyan. So you will have to risk it when you see a bounce for TBGI. If you want to ride the momentum of TBGI, I would say yes. Maganda yung momentum ni TBGI. It's backed up by very good news. So yeah, TBGI is something you need to be looking at sa mga momentum traders dyan. But man, it's gonna be very stressful for you. Vulcan, let it pull back and bounce. Same story with TBGI. So these are they have a very good momentum as of the moment. So yes, nagpo-pull back, nagpumupula na siya. So I will want it to do a pullback before I wanna get into TBGI. Alright. Let's go back. Papuso naman mga kapayaman. So nga pala, thank you so much everyone for making the daily grind grow again. I know matagal-tagal ako nawala, but man, the reception with from you guys right now, sobrang dami ng viewers. I wasn't expecting to have so much viewers like this, 200 a day. Umabot tayo at 1 point ng 400. I would call that a very big win. So I want to celebrate that. Thank you so much sa mga sa pag-share, sa pag-like and following us. Alright. Sige, let's talk about this. Ito may tanong dito si Vince Flores, BTC po. Right, BTC po. Alright, we talked about BTC. Alright, let's go to BTC USD. BTC USD today. Alright, BTC USD medyo umiire, right? It broke out 50k pero hindi nag-sustain. Walang volume. So it's gonna be very challenging for BTC. It's already playing inside Bollinger Band, so the momentum is already finished for me. I don't want to recommend it anymore. Sobrang mahal na ng BTC. At a certain point, it will drop. Wait for a drop. Another drop like this one, right? This is the time that we started talking about BTC again because it was about time to talk about BTC kasi nag-drop na siya. Huwag kayong maiinggit ngayon kay BTC na nasa taas siya, right? Dapat you enter BTC during these dips right here. And this is where we talked about BTC. There's a support right here. Pag nag-breakout, pasukin nyo. There it is. Nag-breakout na si BTC. Shoutout to Amir Othman. Sobrang laki na ng pera ni Amir Othman dito. Alam ko, Amir. Marami ka ng pera dito, Amir, ha? Congratulations. Pero this is the time we talked about BTC. I'm gonna talk about BTC again on the next dip, right? That's the wisest thing you can do, at least kay BTC. Very volatile asset right here, so you have to be very sure of your movements. And look at this right here. Pataas yung tops niya, but RSI is already going down. What does this tell you? The momentum here is not as strong as the momentum you see when it climbed to 40k, right? Asa na ba yun? Meron na ba? Nawala kasi yung nasa isang PC ko yung RSI divergence. Right, divergence story. Right, let's go to this. Right, if may nakikita kayo dito, right, let me just zoom into this one. Open image, a new tab. Okay, if may nakita kayong bearish dito, tingnan niyo po ha. Exaggerated divergence, regular divergence bearish, pataas yung tops niya, but RSI is going down. That's a bearish signal. Look at what is happening kay BTC. So I hope you understand what it means. It's a bearish signal right there. This top, though, it is looking good. Maganda yung top niya. RSI is telling us otherwise na mas mahina na yung momentum niya this time. So I don't like the position of BTC right now. I think it is gonna drop. I don't know where it is gonna drop, but if you want to enter BTC, if it drops, that's the best time to enter. Diba? So, that's for my BTC. Amil Angelo, love ka namin. Thank you so much, man. Ethereum, sir, kasi nakapasok na din kay BTC. Right? Tingnan natin. Sila ADA. Right? Ganito lang, right? Well, if Bitcoin is healthy, right now, Bitcoin is healthy. Right? Sa tuwing bumabagsak or nagpo-pullback si BTC, right? Look for altcoins. Kasi yun yung mga panahon si altcoins umaakyat, right? Basically, if ever si Ethereum sumusunod lang naman kay Bitcoin, if ever Bitcoin breaks out 50k, that's also a good entry for Ethereum kasi sumusunod yan naman sila. So, that's the cycle of Bitcoin. Okay, marami dito. I will start at the top na lang, at the very least. Alright, master pa-view naman si eToro, si Olenal. Olenal? Is this a stock? Or is it a copy trader? Right? Let's cover this one. Olenal. Okay. Is this the person? Alright, red start. Stats wise, 21% na siya, 10% for January, another 10% for February. Last year, he is 53%. 2019, 16%. Good move, ah. Even if pandemic last year, he still ended up 53%. This is nice, right? Maganda yung galaw niya. Right? 4 lang yung 4 lang yung risk score niya and he trades Bitcoin kasi yung tinitrade niya it's really scary pero tingnan ko yung asset niya, yung portfolio niya. Right, at least naman lang diversified siya. Right? So yeah. So far so good. Tingnan yung port niya, guys, ha. All green. Galing, mas magaling pa sa akin. Right? So, yes. I would say yes. Maganda yung galaw niya. Maganda yung mga positions niya. I like the companies that he is into. Alibaba, Virgin Galactic, Cloud, Beyond Meat, Salesforce, Dropbox. She's like me, right? I like Nasdaq. I like Nasdaq. That's my favorite market and she's trading in Nasdaq also. This is the reason why I like to trade in Nasdaq. Tingnan nyo, halos green. Again, if you're one of the possible reason bakit nahihirapan kayo sa trading is because you're trading in the wrong market. I will always tell you that there's a very big possibility na bakit mahihirapan kayo sa trade nyo. It's because you're trading in the wrong market. Okay? Me, the reason why maganda ang portfolio ko and maganda yung portfolio ni Olenal. Okay? Alright, screen. Maganda yung portfolio ni Olenal. It's because she's trading in Nasdaq. And I like to trade Nasdaq because Nasdaq has a very, very healthy market. NSDQ 100, tingnan nyo po. Bakit ko paborito si Nasdaq? Tingnan nyo po, pataas ng pataas ng pataas ng pataas. Right? And ang mga stocks dito are technology stocks. Facebook, Amazon. Kahit na pagka-pandemic ulit, right? These are the stocks that will make the world survive. Yung mga tech stocks. That's why I love tech stocks. Trade Nasdaq, please. Right? Trade with me in the international market. If you wanna be better in trading, at least man lang, nag-aaral kayo and at the same time, you play at the right playing field. Ulit-ulitin ko po yan para sa inyo. Right? Trade with me in the international market. Maraming brokers dyan, but me personally, I trade using eToro. Very best for newbies. Very best Best for newbies because of copy trading, yung social media style niya. Everything's very transparent. Very good for you. Mag-copy trade muna kayo. Right? If you wanna join me in eToro, there's a link in the video description. Right there. For an eToro, how to create an eToro account, please use that link when you create an eToro account. Malaking tulong po yan sa amin, sa StocksEd, para mapatuloy namin tong program na ito. And then also, si eToro, may bonus na bibigay sa inyo. Make sure you create an account using that link para malibre kayo ng eToro sa mga premium courses namin dito sa StocksEd. So, you can get the courses for free. Okay? So, yes. Let's continue sa sunod dito, si Bumble. BMBL. This is from Emiliano, BMBL. Right, let's use this one. Investograms, BMBL. Bumble Incorporated. Ayaw mag-load. Not sure bakit hindi naglo-load ang chart ni Bumble. So, pasensya na. SRNE. I'm just reading this on the fly, ha. Yung ibang comments kasi natakpan na. So, hindi ko na ma-check. Sorrento. Right, Sorrento. Good pullback. Medyo maba. This is the RSI that I just shared to you earlier. Pataas yung pataas yung presyo niya, but RSI is already going down. So momentum is already very low at this point. So mukhang tapas na tong akyat ni Sorrento. I don't wanna recommend Sorrento anymore. Breakout ang ganda. Breakout. pullback and bounce from the previous breakout. That is our best entry for Sorrento. Right now, masyado mataas na sa Sorrento. There's weakness already on those tops, so I don't want to recommend Sorrento anymore. Kathleen TBGI, we covered that already. Si Ada naman, pwede ba si Ada dito? Ada USD? I'm not sure. Pwede ba? Hindi ko ma-check si Ada. Right. ASEN, we covered ASEN already. XRP, Sir Lloyd, XRP. So, dito lang tayo manood ng XRP. XRP, Ripple, chart. Okay. So, may resistance si XRP. Right? Pullbacks, that's good. It's doing pullbacks right now. So, that's good. XRP is on a good momentum. So, just follow this trend line kay XRP para bago nyo pulutin si XRP. Right. XRP, Amil, Sint, and INPX. Let's check this out. Request ni paring Amil, SINT. Right. I'm using ano na lang dito technical analysis. So many stocks in the international market that I cannot study all of them. So this is purely technical analysis. Good trend by good trend right here by Syntex Technology, right? Medyo bearish yung tops niya, but man, this is understandable after very strong moves. Trend line. Antayin yung trend line. May bounce sa pullback niya. Aggressively, yes. You wanna go aggressive on this? I don't like. Not my kind of trading. So, as much as possible, bigyan ako ng magandang pullback. Napakalit lang ng pullback na yun Ayoko yung gano'n na pullback for that. Sir, bakit di po kayo makopy ngayon? Right? This is from Grace Pagtalunan. Antay lang po tayo. Right? I'm still applying. Bago yung process kasi ngayon for copy trading. I will announce it in Stocks Ed in Financial Freedom 101 kung pwede na akong copyan ulit. At sa daily grind natin, sasabihin ko sa inyo kung pwede na ulit pa-copy trade. Pasensya na dito sa sa YouTube. We're also live in YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, good evening sa inyo dyan sa nanonood through YouTube. Good evening, Sir Lloyd. Question lang po, pwede ba kayang ma-avail yung premium nyo sa Stocks Ed through eToro? Meron po kasi akong eToro account and na-fund na before. Thanks. Should be kaka-fund lang for January and February. Yes. If na-fund nyo po January and February, and then you created the account using mine and na-fund nyo January, February, yes, pwede po. Right, punta kayo sa Stocks Ed, may instructions doon on how to get the premium courses for free. Glenn Dumlao, good evening, sir. Check din po sa AB. Alright, na-cover na natin, sir. Paano mag-filter sa global market? This is from Abol Kali. Check out my episode last Thursday. Was that last Thursday? How I screen my stocks. Was that Thursday? Yeah, I think that's Thursday. How I screen my stocks. For the international market, I answered that there. It's a full episode. Please check it out. Okay? Alright, magpapakopy na ako, right? Within this week, pwede nyo na akong copyhin, most probably. Inihintay ko lang yung confirmation nila na go na, because they're still checking my account if it's valid to be copied. Once it's a go, pwede na ako mag-copy. So, mag-fund na kayo ngayon. Okay. Isa lang po from Paul. Lahat ba ng premium courses? Isa lang po. Lagot tayo kay Stocks Ed dyan. Isa lang babayaran ni eToro. Anyways, time check. It's 8:50. Last 5 questions. Okay? Ethereum. Ethereum, sir, kasi nakapasok na din. Nabasa na natin. Sir, sell na ba ang altcoins? Kasi pag baba ni BTC, bababa lahat, di ba? Yes, usually, ganun po. If ever your altcoin is already earning, sell some of it. But I'm always excited to watch your live stream every day, sir. Thank you, Wendell Bentulan. Alright, good evening, Ma FNI. This is good chart for Tasado. It's asking about MAH. Let's check out MAH. Okay, MAH has this pattern right here. Let it break out from that pattern before you want to enter MAH. This is a good find. Momentum traders dyan. Antayin nyo mag-breakout. FNI, si Ferronickel. Possibly this is gonna create a sideways trend. May malakas na resistance si FNI dito, kaya I cannot call it right there. There's a short resistance right here. If it does break out aggressively, if you're an aggressive trader, that could be something. Enter dyan, sell nyo dito. Not my kind of trading. Usually kasi gusto ko dito sa babae, diba? I'm a position trader. But yeah, This is challenging. If ever it gives you an opportunity right here, if it pulls back and bounce on the support, that will be your enter point for FNI. AR, sir, from Nasty Fidge. AR, right? We're simulcasting this in Facebook, in YouTube, ha. So baka hindi ko mabasa yung ibang comments sa YouTube. Pasensya na. I'm just focusing on one chat room, which is Facebook, kasi andito yung karamihan na nanonood sa Pilipinas sa Facebook. So, yep. AR. This is for AR. Support right here for AR. If it bounces, then that is a buy for you. Right? And alam nyo na anong gagawin if ever hindi magtuloy-tuloy yung bounce. Okay? Spark point made from Philippine crypto, 600% gains last week. Congratulations, Res Adolfo. Alright. Hello, sir. Registered through your link, eToro, 3 weeks ago, but there was still no confirmation yet. Thanks. Alexis Narmin, if you have problems with your eToro account, you're creating eToro account, please email this guy, jeffgu@etoro.com. So, para ma-check nila, okay, anong problema. Len Undag, Sir Lloyd, pwede ba $200 muna i-fund para mag-copy trade sa inyo tapos next month add ulit? Ang alam ko, nag-increase si eToro with the Bitcoin climb again. Marami na naman ang nagka-create ng account sa eToro because of Bitcoin. So eToro is trying to control the traffic. So those serious investors mo na inuna nila. So I think $500 ang initial funding pwede. So I'm not sure if you can fund 200. If you can fund 200, then you can already start copy trading. But paiba-iba right? Right now, alam ko $500 Sure, congrats sa bagong mic. Actually, this is the same mic noon. Pero naayos, right? Natakot na palitan. Sir, si JagX, I have JagX in my port. JagX, I'm still holding, siya lang pula sa akin, but I'm still holding JagX, meaning I'm still bullish kay JagX. Right? So far, okay pa rin naman si JagX for me. So, inhawakan ko pa rin siya. But, that is it. That's all the time I have for tonight. Pasensya na if ever. Hindi ko nasagot lahat. But hopefully, marami tayong nasagot. Marami kayong natutunan for tonight. Let's talk again tomorrow. Right? Gabi-gabi tayo mag-usap. Especially sa investment journey nyo. Wednesday is gonna be watch this Wednesday. So, it's more about fundamentals. But, I'll try to get some fundamentalists to talk with us. If ever wala, then let's talk about general trading. Right? The same thing that we're doing every night. Naging podcast na natin to, di ba? And, ayun. That's it for tonight's episode. Enjoy the rest of the night. And as always, let's get rich together. Bye, everyone. Peace out.